Hello, my collective. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's well, everyone's had a wonderful day, or is about to have a great one wherever you are. Okay, so let's just do, let's just slide up the candles. See how quickly, I want to move on to the downloads first. And I know for a fact, even if the candles are right in front of me, when the downloads they start flowing, you start channeling basically. Once you start that, there is no looking around. You just won't be able to pick up on the fact that they are still right here, unlit. Alright, let's evoke Archangel Chamuel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael, and Archangel Michael. Okay, we have them all here. Let me just put Archangel Raphael and Michael together, and Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Gabriel together for no reason. No reason, I don't know. They just look great together. All of them okay. Let's just thank them first for them being so generous with our lives, right? With their blessings on our lives. Yeah? Okay, allow me a second, my collective. Right, let's begin. I just love doing this. I have to say, yes, my husband was asking this, in fact, this question, that he always sees me being so, whenever I'm just prepping for it, just getting my stuff together, I'm always like, oh, I'm so tired, always like that. But when he sees me literally doing the thing, he's like, you just become a completely different person. What happens, you just seem to enjoy this so much, and you keep on talking for hours and hours, and generally have to come and intercept it. You don't stop. So it's basically what the difference is. It's a negative energy that tries to sometimes stop you. Not sometimes, it is how it is. Their forces, negative and positive, around us, collective. Okay, we have to accept that. It's not just God around us. There are negative entities also around us, alright? I'm not saying exactly demonic or devilish or something, but yes, those two, or sometimes even worse than that. There are just generally negative energies around our aura, around our beings, around our physical bodies, around our 5D bodies, that tries to stop something that could be constructive, creative, for the betterment of the society, something that can bring about something positive, something good and constructive into your life. So you will see them trying to obstruct your way, obstruct your motivation, your level of drive. It just becomes a little heavy. Suddenly you'll find that, I'm talking from my own perspective, there are days I find it difficult to just even drag my feet, just to get here, then it's that kind of energy. And then once you start, it's oh, I was made to do this. Alright, so I've got beautiful downloads. Yeah, beautiful. How's everyone doing? All my chosen ones out of my collective, everyone, I hope everyone's great. Yeah, but for my chosen ones who have just been through that ascension, how's life treating you? It's getting lighter now, right? So we are recovering from that heavy exhaustion. We really exerted ourselves, right, in that test. And yes, we have been rewarded with ascension. But remember, all of these rewards, the negative entities can also see that you're doing, oh my god, they are thinking that we did our level best to make this really the toughest thing on the planet for them. And how come they were able to get through it? How were they? The question, in fact, was survive. And I was flipping my cards right before this, when I came in, which was about 1.5 hours ago. I was just flipping in cards just to get guidance for myself. It wasn't for you, but for that also came survive. It was sometimes it's not just about taking your sword out and victory and just that outright victory. What I mean to say is, it's sometimes it's all about surviving those battles and winning the wars. Then I'll come to that point where I'm trying to make. I do feel why I could have done this reading tomorrow. This was scheduled for tomorrow, really. All these downloads, I thought like, okay, let me just have like 4-5 in a row, and then one day I'll just do a very long read and I'll just cover everything. But I'm coming in today specifically because I think I can see this in the reading. It's in the energy, like the negative entity sees that we are recovering from our high level of exhaustion already. Like we have just like passed a major test. I've said this like a million times, but I have to reiterate just to clarify what I'm talking about. All right. So the negative entity sees this, and it's just irked them beyond. Like I said last time, is there that envy and jealousy. Again, mostly envy is beyond comprehension now. It's just over the roof. It really is. So you will see a lot of antics around you. Had it not happened with me today, I would not have come here. So I did see like a lot of these entities being like, oh my gosh, it's like the first instance itself is like, oh my gosh, I did not expect this person to survive this. How were they able to do it? It's like the how. Who's helping them? Who's protecting them? Alright, so I got this download today on my way back, and the divine was like reiterating this, over and over again. That you need to understand that you have alliances too, and those alliances are not visible. They are not the 3D alliances. So divine is talking about alliance. Your alliances, your bond with your spirit team, your ancestors, which came out in my shuffle, which I did earlier, right? In my card, my shuffle, you have your alliances, and these forces are watching over you. So your ops could be thinking, your enemies or ops or these negative entities, or whichever way you like to call them, whatever resonates with you, whichever term resonates with you, whichever label resonates with you, my collective. All right, don't get lost in these things too much, like, okay? So your ops might really be thinking, you know what? I have to do something about this. I really have to. How are they able to get through it? Who's protecting them? There's definitely someone protecting them. So they're not trying to figure out who's protecting. What they don't know is really you're the child of God. You're being protected. They think, now your ops think that they are watching you. There's like a different gang of people that stalks you and reports back what you do, and just don't be worried. Like, I hope, and I know for a fact that you're not, but you know what I'm saying, right? You already see a stalker group, right? And they're different people, they're different groups, and they, kind of like relay information to each other, and that information goes someplace else, and then it's distorted, and then it's played with, and then it's relayed to various other groups, and that's how slander, gossip, smear campaigns basically happen. That's how it works, right? So that's happening right now as we speak. It's happening right now. But what you need to understand is that if their ops thinks, if they think that they are watching you, our divine team is watching them. And like I think it was about 10-15 reads ago, I told them that what your ops don't understand, it's not about understanding, you just don't have the knowledge. What they don't understand is that even the devil reports to God at the end of the day. And this part of the deal is not disclosed basically to people that are used as pawns, who are like zeros and zombies, right? But the kind of people who are made to do the dirty work, or made to do like, just go do this, just go do that. These people don't understand. They think that you'll be rewarded at the end of the day, but what they don't know that actually the team of our team captain is the one that is actually leading everything. This is our army, no matter whichever side they are on. They don't understand that we are, again, like I said, like we are God's children. They just don't understand the concept of child of God. They're like, kya hi ho jayega, But anyways, so a lot of, I have more snippets on this, but I'm not going to say it because I know for a fact that I don't want the ops to give an opportunity to the ops to sabotage it. So you're going to have a very special surprise, and I know for a fact, by the time I get to my next read, which is what I'm hoping and praying and being, and very determined to bring in again this week, which will be my third this week when I get to it. Let me not rejoice beforehand in advance, but it would be. I promise you that there'll be a third read this week, and till the time I come to that read, you'll already have gotten that surprise, that beautiful surprise. Just wait for it, and it could be that it might be just wrapped up differently. And when I'm saying that, use it, understand it symbolically, okay? It could be wrapped differently. But it's a gift. It's a divine gift. I'm not going to say anymore because I know for a fact that if I like utter those important words, the ops army is going to be, what is she getting? What is he getting? Oh my god, we have to just take it. You know what I mean? You already have so much more than people. Oh my god, that is also one of the things you have. You could have a lot of of course you have a lot of 5D stuff, right? We are like very well adorned, very well decorated 5D warriors. But when it comes to our 3D lives, you could be like really well endowed, you could be really beautiful, you could have like a very beautiful physique, all right? You could look much younger than your age, which is another gift. It's another boon, right? It's divine gift. You'll see more. There are so many people in this generation, which is, I call them the lambdas, okay? And most of the lambdas are watching me right now, right? So most of this generation, I think, looks much older. I mean, the lambdas look much older than their actual age. And I think people like, Gen X or millennials, Gen Z, they look, I don't know even about Gen Z. I would say millennials look okay. I think they look their age, but definitely Generation X. I think Generation X is the one that looks much younger than their actual age. The number, they can fool you by that number. Like, you would not believe what the number is. And you're like, if you were to just judge them by how they look, how they carry, the level of energy, the kind of energy they have, you'll not be able to figure out. And that's because Generation X used to live, and still does, continues to live a very clean life, much cleaner life than the kids, the lambdas at least. Anyways, let me just come to the main download. So just remember this, you're well adorned. All of this decoration, love, light, and that divine shower, like, have this, my child, have that, my child. Okay, I want you to have this, I want you to have that. Those kind of things. Divine is showering you with love and light. Divine is trying to spoil you in a way, not in a bad way, okay? They're not like saying go become a brat or something. But Divine is trying to like literally shower you with things. So you could have seen a huge level of improvement if you have taken stock. I just took stock today. I just realized that's actually quite true in my life as well. Like, not just for you collective, that just in the past, if you were to just look at the past 6 months, I think we guys have done, our collective, our chosen ones, we've done exceedingly well. We've done like really, really well, and our possessions have increased in the last 6 months. If you just were to just look at the last 6 months alone, I think our possessions, just the earthly possessions, have increased multi-fold. Yeah, and you see, along with those, the test becomes, since we're ascending, the tests, they get tougher and tougher, and the attacks get more sly, and they're like a bigger group attacking you, and all of that, shebang. Okay, so that comes with the territory. It's like if you're an army general, you're going to be expected to like go fight a war, plan a war, use your resources, and do well for your country, isn't it? So it's like that. It's like it comes with the territory. And sometimes I also remind myself, like, when like these randos come around and they just like to like, oh my god, I didn't all of that, like those low lives, they try to just come in your way, and you're like, what is it like? And then sometimes, like, do I have to deal with this low life? Really, do I have to? And then be like, part of the problem, this is a part of the deal, you have to deal with these low lives. Alright, so just take it in your stride. I'm sure, again, circling back to the point that I was trying to make earlier. Again, these are channeled messages, so sometimes they just flow, alright? So Divine is trying to tell you is that these things, they come with the territory. Just take it in your stride and just punch back. Your time of isolation, of like just processing, and I'm telling you, like, this came in very strongly for me also. So if you're like watching this message, if it's come to you, it's on your timeline, then I'm telling you, Divine wants you to just take action on it. They are like ready to play, and if you won't do it, Divine would do it. It's like, but they want you to do it. So I had like I have to tell you this. I had one of my I almost forgot about it. Had Divine not just circled me back on this, I would have forgotten. I would not have covered it. I'll tell you an incident. So like, I was just literally few days back. I won't say which day, because this loser could literally be watching this right now. Whereas one of these days, this person like literally had decided that they want to have a conflict with me. Had decided. There's no conflict. I've got nothing to do with this person. I've got absolutely nothing to do with this person. Mind you, collective. I'm repeating that, underlining it and highlighting it. I've got nothing to do with this person, but this person decided to have a conflict, because I think, again, most times for these 3D people who like very just at the monkey stage, and they haven't really gone to the man stage, that evolution bit I'm talking about, Darwin's, all right, I think they're still on that very initial, literally maybe perhaps the first stage. For them, having your material possessions is like something that irks them, like bada amir samajhti apne aap ko, that kind of a vibe you get, like, dude, I can't, what do you want, like, what, give away my possessions or something? I'm being blessed. I'm doing really well for myself. My family is doing well. My husband loves me. So all of that is wealth, right? All of that is wealth. My divine loves me. Most importantly, my spirit team does everything for me. Like, I'm going to tell you how. So this person, and I just wanted peace. I didn't want to like have anything to do with this person, let alone a conflict. Alright, so this person had decided. So when I just literally got there, again, I won't say what, where, who, how of it, but you don't need to really know that detail of it, but I've just literally got there. This person was already waiting to start a conflict, was already waiting to initiate something. Alright, so I thought like, maybe there's not a lot of people right now, maybe I can do something and get away with it. And when I got there, somehow magically someone else, a very senior person also just arrived, and this person realized, oh my god, now there could be witnesses really, so let me not do it. But the moment I saw this person just right there waiting for like, देख लेंगे बड़ी अमीर बनती है अपने आप को, with that attitude, like, I could hear him, and there's nothing to do, like, I wear very good clothes because I do look very good in clothes, great clothes, and I have a good taste. I'm very creative. That creative energy is what most people don't have. They have the money to buy the clothes. Of course, they can buy even better clothes than what I wear, but they don't have that creative energy. They don't have the divine spark that I have inside me. I'm very, 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 very grateful and thankful that I was chosen to be a chosen one, to be in God's army, right? So that shows on my face. Alright, so the divine inside me, the point I'm trying to make is like, somehow the divine mother inside me just took offense to this person, waiting for me to arrive so that this person could start a conflict. It just irked her, and I felt it in my soul. But I did not know what she was going to do, but it was like, almost like, how dare you? How dare you? Who are you? That kind of, if you remember, I told you a long time ago, there was like a negative energy attacking me while I was on my way to work, and energy kept telling me, you should do this, you should do that, and the God inside me, divine, and that time also it was the divine mother inside me, like, she did like, I do remember I told you this, like, I was taken aback that how I don't talk like this to anybody. How did I, even in my thought, it's not that I said it to anybody in the physical, but how did I, even in my thought, did that to anybody? I was like, but I remember, then I realized how she said, if you want, you can do this, you can do that to this person, and that's exactly what happened. So this time again, this person somehow irked the divine mother inside me. Right, I'm telling you, it was divine, because I didn't do, I just got like a good riddance. I just saw the senior person, I was like, sorted. Like, for once I'm happy to see this person. Not that I'm ever not happy to see the person, but you've got nothing to do with each other, that kind of thing. But since he arrived and there were like a lot of, the person was audible and visible, this person who wanted to have a conflict with me decided may not be a good idea, maybe I should not do it right now, and just did not like do anything. But my divine mother, since I've said it like 15 times, internalize this, my collective, divine mother got so angry She just gave this person the worst possible day, and which goes, and the kind of death that comes in really slowly. It's like one thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, and I had like my ears closed, like I had like music in my ears the whole time. I wasn't even like, I try not to listen to other people because I want to listen to myself, right? And to divine, how will I listen to divine if I just like listen to like low vibrational people around me and the bullshit that they talk? So I try not to listen, giving you the answer. I try not to listen to other people. Even then I knew that this person had like about 50 things go wrong for them. Everything this person touched, it was like it was turning to dust. Everything this person touched was becoming bad luck. Everything this person touched was not working or was backfiring. If this person had the worst possible slow day, like I said, when you're being burnt on a very slow sim, setting of the gas, if like in, if you work on a gas stove, if you cook, right, you will know what I'm talking about. The sim setting, it's sim, medium, or very high, right? High and very high. But it was like this person was on sim in a pan and being like pan fried, but very slowly. It was like it, and I for someone else, I had to like say a short prayer. I wanted to say a short prayer for someone else, not this person, nothing to do. Like for someone else, I wanted to pray. So I just closed my eyes for 2 seconds. So like I just wanted to like make that connection, and I saw that red aura, the red globe of, like it was like a ball of fire, and it's moving, right? And I'm telling you, it was like Divine Mother in her red attire. And like, dude, I'm like super angry with this person. Super angry. Like, dude, I'm gonna like just keep giving you punishment after punishment, but it's not going to be like death for you or something. It's going to be so. This person could not just function. I mean to say, you should have been there. It was like witnessing a car crash in slow motion and having popcorn while having it. Oh my god, the crash word came in even today when I was flipping my cards, and it's been coming continuously, very consistently in our readings, right? Something about crash. Either their lives are going to be crashing, so it's symbolically, or otherwise I think it's going to be a literal crash. There could be one, because I think that the same person angered God again today, I'm sure. I do not know about today. I did not get those same kind of like, God is being evoked inside. But that day it was like, she saw him and she was like, how dare you? Like, dude, we are doing good work here. We are focused on ourselves. We are moving up the ladder. We are like literally doing it as ethically as possible, and we are committed to our goals, and we're like doing such a great job. I mean, Divine and I, all our brothers and sisters, our entire combined army of 144,000 chosen ones, right? And this joke comes like, I'm gonna give you a bad day. And she was like, excuse me? What are you? Who are you? It was like that. I know it was, I don't know, it just sounds wrong to say, feels wrong to say, I just had a good time watching this person being in like cycle of pain, like, but sometimes it just is required. And to tell you the truth, like these people are not even evolved enough to understand that they were getting punished for what they had decided to do. They were not able to do it, but they were being punished for something that they had decided to do to someone. Like they wanted to distort, disturb, disrupt someone's peace. Like, I'm giving my example here, and I'm sure this is a very consistent energy even now, right now. So I will give you, and this again, why am I saying this? That I'm this, why did I come in today to give this message? I could have done this tomorrow, which I had planned earlier to do. I had planned to do a Thursday read, but I'm coming today because I was already given the verse. Now this verse is from Bible, from the book of Genesis. Alright, so this is verse 44, and 44 is, I have told you multiple times, 44 is when Divine tells you, we'll love you, we love you, we love you. Alright, so this is from the book of Genesis. How many books does Bible have? I've told you in the past also, Bible has about 18 books. It's not like one book, it's 18. There are various books and they all are named differently. Alright, so last time, when few reads ago, when we had taken out those 2 verses, God had given us those verses from Isaiah, right? There were 2, I'm forgetting the verse numbers now, but today we got it from Genesis. I think this is one of the first books, right? Literally the first one, I think, and the verse is 44. I'm not going to read out the verse, it's very long. Alright, it's basically a whole story. I'm going to tell you the story in short. So there was this person called Jacob. He had like a long list of sons. A lot of sons he had. One of those was his favorite. Okay, his name was Joseph. Alright, so Jacob's son Joseph. Right, there were many other sons. Joseph was his favorite. So Joseph was somehow who had like divine gifts. He had spiritual gifts. Alright, so all his other brothers were like slightly jealous and envious of him. Now take this symbolically again in your situation. Just take brothers as like people around you. It could be your soul family, it could be a work situation, it could literally be your family, it could literally be your siblings, or even your parents or your in-laws. Bring it in as it resonates. Alright, so all these brothers in the story and these brothers were all very jealous of him, and there were 2 reasons. He had this blessing from the divine that he could prophesize, and his basic strength was that he could interpret dreams and signs and symbols which other people could not do it. That was Joseph's gift. Alright, so one day he had a dream about, I'm telling you vaguely, it's depicted a bit in much detail in the book of Genesis. You can go ahead and read it if you have the time ever or you feel inclined to. Alright, but I'll give you a short quick run about the story. So he tells them that, brothers, he tells his brothers that I had this prophetic dream, and this prophetic dream I saw everyone as a bundle, looking as a bundle, and all the bundles were bowing to me. There's one, because everybody was looking like a bundle of whatever bundle of hay or whatever you call it, right? Bundles. Alright, so, and everybody was bowing to one, and that one was him, Joseph. That's what he told them, that I had this prophetic dream, and they were like, prophetic dream, and they knew it was like, they first obviously kind of rubbished it around. It was like negativity's first knee-jerk reaction literally is that default reaction itself is like, ho hi nahi sakta. Alright, so they must have just dismissed it. Ho hi nahi sakta. Alright, but the second one is like they get envious. Oh my god, how is this person getting to talk to divine? How is divine telling them all those things that are going to happen in the future? Or all of that. And there's a lot more. It's not like you just get to know, like, it's not like chosen ones, people with spiritual gifts. It's not just that they get to know things which will happen in the future. You and I can create things that happen in the future. Alright, people are given authority. Divine is taking these tests. Why is divine taking all these tests? What is the objective of the exercise of putting you through all of this shebang? Is to see what kind of a leader will you be. What will you do? You're supposed to be leading people in the future. So what kind of a leader would you be? Is you're like being casted and crafted and sculpted into and refined and polished into a leader, into a world leader. Alright, so all of these things, you're not just born with these things. You're like, you could have potential like diamond, you could have potential, but you still need to be like cut well, you need to be sharpened and polished and God knows whatever else happens. Alright, so Joseph tells them the dream and they get like super envious. Then since he was his father's, Jacob's like favorite boy, favorite son, so one day Jacob gives him a very beautiful multicolored coat. I do not know what is the significance of multicolors here, but there is, and if I just put my mind to it, I'll figure out. But right now going that much into that much detail of the coat, right? So basically he gives him a coat, and everybody else like oh my god, why is he getting a coat and why aren't we getting a coat? This is such a 3D, life hasn't really changed since the Stone Age, really. Nothing has really changed during the 21st century. We're literally Paleolithic still. Alright, so this happened. and they were like, oh my god, this is like, he gets the code and we don't get it, and oh my god, he has this dream, we are supposed to bow to him, we'll be bowing to him in the future or something. So they decided one day, let's just remove him, there's so many of us and father will get over it, you know. Let's just, you know, this person, let's just remove Joseph and let's just have father to ourselves, you know, get all his love to ourselves, and so that, you know, you get the drift, right, collective? So they just take him one day and like to whatever they did, yeah, back in those days, to like herd the sheep or whatever, to sell something, I don't know, something like that, I'm forgetting what exactly it was. So they took him to some place and they're like, तेरी पिटाई करते हैं, like धो दिया उसको अच्छी तरह से, and then they threw him in the well. In fact, one of the brothers, I think the eldest one, I'm forgetting his name, Reuben, Kamale, I just remembered that. Reuben. And Reuben tells them, like, he's probably like, since the eldermost first child, the elder one, we always are like the smarter ones. So he said, like, you know what, let's not, just leave him here. We don't really have to kill him or something. In his mind, his plan was, you know what, let's just beat him up. I will just take him out from here. We don't have to like really kill our brother. So I'll just I'll just let him be here for a little while and fool these people, and then I'll just take him out of here and everything. This is what he does. So either like just throw him, there's no, like he's dead already or something like this. So they leave him in the pit or something, in the well, not pit, in the well, and they just go. So I think then this person is like Joseph, is found by somebody, and then when he's found, he's saved and everything. By the time Reuben comes back, Joseph rather, is already rescued by someone who saw him like lying in the well or the pit. All right, and then they saw, this person saw it. Okay, these were the days of slavery. Okay, so just take it with that, with a pinch of salt. Don't like get offended or kaise bech diya. Don't be like that. Okay, biblical story is what I'm telling you. So don't come with your rights and privileges right now. Do not be protesting in the comment section. All right, so just kidding. Just go ahead and express yourself. I'm not stopping you from that. Okay, so this person, so the one who rescued him then says, okay, what, so they were like a bunch of Egyptians were going from there, and there's like high profile people, like people of the of the Egyptian kings, pharaohs, royal guard, that family, that kind of connections. They were like just passing by. So this person who rescued Joseph says, you know what, I'm going to like, since I own you now, I've saved your life, so I'm going to like sell you to this person just for whatever amount of cash, gold, silver, whatever was given in those days. So he's exchanged for the bartered for like gold, whatever, wheat, whatever was the norm that at that time. Alright, so in that ways now Joseph gets like, he moves from his country, now he goes to Egypt with these people who are connected to the pharaoh. Now these people were like from the family or of this royal guard of pharaoh. Like pharaoh was being the pharaoh, like the emperor. Okay, so somehow then he gets to, so it's a very long story of how he makes his impact there also. When this royal guard's family sees him, is like, okay, then they like make him do certain things, he does really well, then this person makes him in charge of his household, then after that this person makes him in charge of like various other businesses or whatever the other things that this person, royal guard's family, did. He makes him in charge of that also. And then this person's wife, I think, just liked him and something, and she tries to like, kind of like get close to him. Joseph refuses, no, dude, I've got to do nothing with you, whatever, blah 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 blah. So, and she just like kind of like, oh, how dare you say no to me, which is very much like our karmics, right? How dare you say no to me? If I want to oppress you, you'll have to be oppressed, something like that. See, the devil energy has been so consistent, nothing changes here. Really, this is biblical, and I don't think the 21st century where things have changed much, really. I don't think so. This story would literally, if I were to just change names, I don't even have to, right? This is exactly the story of the 21st century. Anyways, coming back to the main point. Okay, so this person, this woman, and this was this person's wife, alright? This is pharaoh's, royal army person's, royal guard person's wife, alright? And she wants to like sleep with him, and he says, no, Baba, nothing doing. I've got like stuff to do and I'm not here for this shit and blah 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 blah. And he said no, basically to the woman. And then she just thought, okay, man, how, like I said, she said, how dare you say no to me, you know who I am, blah 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 blah. And then she just puts on allegations, slander, some lies and something. She cooks up and says that this person does this to me, this person did that to me, and she gets him thrown into the jail. For no reason, this person, imagine Joseph, who was doing so well in his life, like he literally was thrown away by his family, literally thrown away to die by his own brothers, then rises, gets miraculously rescued. Imagine, see God's hand in these steps. Gets miraculously rescued, gets to Egypt, gets almost like adopted, let's say, like picked up by the family, one of the most influential families of Egypt, who were connected to Pharaoh. And then this person builds his life even with that, because these people see, oh my God, this person has got spiritual gifts, so he's given like things to do wherein instinct, imagination, creativity is the norm, where it is like a prerequisite. So he's given those projects and he does really well. And now that he's doing so well, this idiot fellow of a wife comes in and says like, you know, and he says no, because and rightly he says no, obviously he's not interested. Like, bro, go back, go to your husband. And he said, okay, you say no to me, I'm like, let's finish your life. And she almost like, it will seem on the surface that she has been able to do that, right? She gets him thrown into the jail. Now Pharaoh, I think, comes this person, like, obviously brought into Pharaoh's court. Pharaoh says, you are the way, you guilty way, you must have done this. She is saying this, you have done this. Or as he gets, Joseph gets thrown into the jail. Now Pharaoh, time passes. Joseph is still in jail, passing his time in jail. Now Pharaoh gets like these two very weird prophetic dreams. Like, one of them was like very, I think 7, I'll just know them just at a surface level, and I'll just tell you, like, I think one of the dreams was that 7 fat cows were eating 7 lean cows. And then the other one, I'm forgetting, there was something very weird about this, like real weird, which is like senseless. Like, if people like you, like normal people, okay, we would still like dig into it. Nothing is ordinary in our life, nothing is without God's will. But like a random person, if you were to ask, they would like pay no heed to it, or like weird sa sapna aaya tha, I don't know what it was, and they just like forget about it, right? Even most people won't even remember it the moment they open their eyes. These dreams go away. But even if they were to remember it because it was so weird, they will not be able to like comprehend it, interpret it, right? Correct? So, but Pharaoh remembered the dreams, and they were not just one, but there were 2 dreams, and they were like really weird. Just like I told you this one, there was another one that was like really weird. And so Pharaoh goes around, it irks him, he knows there's a message in it, the divine inside him is going at it, like there is a message in this. He's like frustrated, he doesn't understand that why am I not able to understand it. He consults everyone in his country, like all the wise men, all the learned men, all the prophets, all the seers, all the mediums, but nobody's able to like really rightly interpret the dreams. He knows that no, that's not it. You know it in your gut, alright? You know it in your gut when you've understood something. Okay, just like math, how math would feel. You'd know the answer is correct. It'll just somehow set, and the pieces would just click together. It's simply like that, alright? So nobody's able to do it. But then Pharaoh comes to know through somebody that there is like a, we have a prisoner who was thrown into jail because he is spiritually blessed. He's like known to be able to interpret dreams. That's a stronghold, in fact, and he's a prophet. So how about you see him? Let's just consult him also. He's right here, in our prison. How convenient. In our jail, sir. We don't even have to go far. So Pharaoh listens, and he's run out of options. He's literally gone to everyone else, and nobody has been able to like satisfy him with their answer. So then Joseph has been brought out, and then Joseph tells him, listens to those dreams, and tells him that these 2 dreams, the first one means that so the both of them are basically, it's one dream in 2 parts. What it means is that there'll be 7 years of prosperity, which will then be followed by 7 years of starvation, of lack. Basically, you're getting it 7 years of abundance and then followed by 7 years of lack. Like, so they'll be like, let's say for instance, you can, back in those days, farming and everything, that was like the mainstay, right? So it was like 7 years of wonderful harvest, golden harvest. You will, whatever you sow, they'll be like wonderful, there'll be good rains, you'll be able to harvest it correctly, and you'll be able to, store it, sell it at a good rate. But then it'll be followed by, let's say, famines for 7 years. There'll be no production, there'll be no, you're getting the gist, right? I don't have to explain any further. So Joseph tells him that this is what it is. Divine is telling you 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of lack. So you need to get ready. Divine is already giving you a head start. Is giving you that 7 years after, from today, you will face severe, your country, your land, your empire rather. Country to concept nahi tha. Empire will face very severe lack. I'm trying to stop myself from saying starvation because that's very one-dimensional. Lack, right? Nothing would work. None of your industries, nothing would work. There'll be no water, there'll be no production, there'll be no harvest, so there'll be no trade. There'll be all lack. So, but 7 years before that is going to be, it's a golden period of your life. Do it for your empire, do it. So, Pharaoh takes his advice and understand. Then he knows, yes, those pieces, like I said, click together wonderfully, and he knows that's what divine wanted me to understand. Then for those, so Pharaoh understands this, and this person is gifted, this person is going to able to help me, so he gives him a very, very important position. In fact, it's literally, I don't remember the designation, what the label is, but I think it's literally second to Pharaoh. He gets that position second to Pharaoh. Alright, I think it comes eventually. I think he's given like a fourth most important and third, and he just progresses in that 7-year period. Okay, so what did Pharaoh do? Pharaoh took that advice. When God gives you advice, your answer and your response should be to take it without overthinking it, without overanalyzing it. Now, had it been some idiot or someone who's just like chronically negatively a negative thinker, that person would have thought, "Arey, 7 saal baad to be such famine for 7 years and may not survive it." But no, Pharaoh saw this as an opportunity to be able to prepare for those 7 years. So what they did, his empire, his cabinet ministers, his team, all his people, they got, they understood this and they saved for the next 7 years. So they had great harvest, they did well, they did not overspend, they kept everything on the budget, keeping in mind that we'll have 7 years where we'll have nothing, so we should be able to just absolutely save for those 7 years so that we live well. Alright, so this is what Pharaoh did, and Pharaoh understood that had he not gotten that right advice, oh my god, 42 minutes already, 43 now. So had he not, so this is the day of this one only then. So had he not gotten that advice from Joseph, he probably, his janta, his empire would not have survived it, right? They would have, flaunted away this in wars and whatnots and gifts and whatever, the emperors did it back then, right? But Pharaoh did not understood, paid heed to the advice and did this. And now, eventually he became, this Joseph fellow, right, became second only to Pharaoh. Like after Pharaoh, it was this guy was the most important person in the entire empire, and then he did really well. He used to again use these prophetic visions, this spiritual inclination, the divine clues, the divine pushes and pulls. He used them in the betterment of society and into helping people and everything. All right, so Divine is very happy with this person. Eventually, I think this guy, when Pharaoh died, Pharaoh before dying made him Joseph the next Pharaoh of their empire. So eventually what happened, imagine this man's life cycle. From someone who was thrown in a pit / well, whatever you want to call it. I think the term in Bible is well. I'm calling it pit all the time. for no reason. Alright, so this was from someone being hated by his own family. Imagine, can you imagine how traumatic that is when your own blood hates you and hates you to a level that they want to kill you, they want to take your life because you're like you are the reason why they have to share their parents' love or anyone's affection. It is deeply scarring, bro. Deeply scarring. Your own family. So imagine from that, his journey, Joseph's journey from someone being hated by family. And just not hated, they literally took action. They did not just leave it at the feeling bit. They took action, threw him to die. Someone miraculously saved this guy. And then he made his journey to, one of the most important people in one of the most powerful empires on planet Earth at the time, and then he gets to build his life, and then another negative attack happens, and then he's thrown into jail. But then even then he's like almost like being like protected by divine, and Pharaoh is being given those divine visions, and then eventually it leads to Joseph to come to the fore again, and Joseph becomes the king, the Pharaoh, the emperor. Imagine this person's life cycle. So what I want to tell you here is collective. Like I said, this is verse 44. You can read it in detail should you want to, and you must. You'll figure out a lot more details when you read it on your own. But imagine divine telling you again, I am reiterating, divine is saying I love you. So whoever it is facing like these attacks and everything, because understand, they know that we are at our slightly lower energy levels. I haven't, just for myself, I haven't really recovered fully. I don't think I've charged fully as much as I was before this test, but I'm there. I'm doing well. But on certain days I feel more, it'll just be this week. I told you in my last read also on Monday, it's just going to be this week that is slightly, you'll feel, to do this, so tired, this and that. Just eat well, sleep well, do your thing, self-care, just be happy, all of that. And take all this in your stride, because no matter what the enemy does, I'm coming to my next download. No matter what the enemy does, it will work in your favor. Even if they were to throw you in the well/pit, you will come out to be the emperor of the land. And these people, oh yeah, I didn't tell you the last part of the story only. So what happens is then, Joseph becomes the Pharaoh, right? How much time do I have? 47. No, let me just finish the story. Joseph becomes the Pharaoh, and I told you congratulations to Joseph, right? Yeah. So now his family is back there, and now the 7 years of famine begin. After that 7 years of abundance, the famine wale years they begin. They're they start. Now I think these are Israelites. Joseph's family was Israelites, right? So now people in Israel dying and blah blah. People so long story, long-winded. Someone meets him, this and that, says your brother, blah blah. I'll tell you short. So eventually, these people are called into. Joseph calls these people come to meet Joseph, to come to Egypt, and dude, we are dying here, so give us some grain and all that. They don't even realize it's their own brother who's the Pharaoh. They don't realize it, and they do this. They bend their knee, rather I should say, in front of the Pharaoh. Pharaoh is who? Their own brother. They don't recognize and they don't understand that that's their own brother whom they killed. In case they're we killed him. Alright? But this brother, and Joseph obviously recognizes them, but he's so merciful, and he's truly a child of God. Truly, he forgives them and literally hugs them. They don't even believe it that it's him. He had to hug them and cry over their shoulder. Only then they were able to comprehend, oh my God, it's really Joseph. They could not comprehend it, and they had to all bow down in front of Joseph, which was Joseph's prophetic dream. If you remember that one of those first dreams which he shared in his naivete, I would say. I've also learned it the hard way. You're not supposed to be sharing your prophetic dreams so much. I mean, when you're really just starting on your journey, because you don't know how to protect yourself. Negative energies would smell you. Or oh my God, blood, the chosen one. Oh my God, we have to sacrifice this, and you get, God knows what they think they'll get. They think we are just kids, we don't know anything or whatever. But then if you're not like literally on the initial stages of your journey, you have to like, you make these mistakes, yeah, like that's how you learn, you live and learn, right? So again, Joseph had made that, I will call it slight mistake, but then everything is divinely coordinated, everything is by divine will, and that dream also came true along with everything else, I'm sure, that was given to him by the divine. This is not fluke. This is not his door. Alright, anyway, so this was the last bit of the story, that dream that he had of them bending to him also came true. That's how it came true. When he became the pharaoh, they were like people who were like, I don't want to use the word beg, but they were asking, requesting for some grain to eat, because there was like such tremendous famine that people did not have anything to eat. Like 7 years is a long time, bro, for like no rains, no water, no food grown. It's a very long time, very, very long time. So I imagine it would have been like really, really harsh conditions, and it was almost like their punishment for what they did to their own brother, or to anyone, but just not their own brother. It's not cool to do it to anybody, for that matter, especially a chosen one. Like, you're gonna be like, you get special treatment by God. I'm telling you, it's special treatment. Like, this person is doing it. Like for my case, what am I doing? I'm like, when I'm at, there are a lot of people who try to like get under my skin, but like I'm just literally just sitting at my desk. I just focus on my work. I barely chat. I barely waste my time. I just keep it to myself and just focus on my work, focus on all the divine downloads I'm getting, focus on my journey, my meditations, my prayers and everything. And they're like, a truckload of people are like, oh my god, she's like this, oh my god, while I'm doing literally nothing, while they're the ones who are like gossiping around and everything. But anyways, this is how it is for a chosen one. I'm not complaining here, I'm just telling you this is exactly how it is for all of us. So just don't feel that you're alone or something. You're not alone. You're not alone. Absolutely not. And I feel inclined to say, because I got a message from Lord Shiva also earlier today, and Lord Shiva said, dude, I do not for 1 second you think you're alone. You're like my ansh, like you're a part of me, you're like my child. And this word I used was my ansh, my DNA. So do not be thinking for 1 second that you are alone or something. Your father is always with you. Alright, so just I'm relaying that message to you, because I've been literally made to sit down today to give this download to you. Alright, and the next part I was saying that, I have to give you another one. It is 52 minutes. Okay, let me just cover this one as well. Divine was saying, so there was this, so I'll tell you how I got to this, because I think there was somebody, I could feel it. There was someone who was trying to like just send me bad energy, like in terms of bad health. I think this person picked up on, again, like I said, I just told you that they picked up on a low energy level because they're exhausted from a very difficult test. So this person thought, oh my god, what a brilliant time for me to like attack this person. They are low on energy, they'll not be able to shield themselves or something. So this person was trying to like send me energy, bad energy in terms of health. I think it was my good health is what is irking this person. Again, like I said, we are divinely blessed. This energy level, like I'm literally doing it at 10:40 at the night at this energy level, right? And this makeup has been on my face like from what, 7:15ish onwards. So imagine, so all of this good health, vitality, energy, beauty, grace, charm, wisdom that we have, knowledge that we have, divine knowledge, it comes and it just irks them. It just also intimidates them. It makes them really scared of us. So when they come into that energy, let's say they sense us around them, it's just there will be a lot of people with a lot of negative influence on them. I'm not saying they're all bad or something, but they have negative influence on them. Those people get like really they get intimidated. I've had like really this weird vibe from people when I literally had a cup of coffee in my hand and this person was like really scared of I just had coffee in my hand and I like scared the shit out of this person for no reason. So you know what I mean? I could read their energy and they could like feel my energy. So this person must have had some negative influence on them, and that negative influence like chosen one, you know, that kinds. So anyway, so Divine is trying to, what message right now here is, Divine said, okay, sorry, I didn't make my whole point, I didn't complete my point. So the person was trying to yesterday or day before say shuru ho gaya tha, okay, this person was trying to send me bad health. Alright, so I for a second I was like, oh my, how am I supposed to, I also like, I'm a human being, right? Then, so I was like, I literally just asked Divine, like, how am I supposed to be like protecting myself? What do you like me to do? Like, should I say a special prayer? What would you like me to do? I already pray a lot. Like, what else should I be doing to, what else can I do to protect myself? Right? So the Divine's answer was, and this is again came from Divine Mother. Imagine our moms being like literal moms. I swear, Divine Mother is coming through like she wants to, I'm telling you, she wanted to beat up this person. Now, I'm talking about that earlier incident that I told you, where this person was waiting for me to arrive so that they could start the confrontation, and how angry it made her that, dude, bro, start your fucking day, do your fucking work. Do that. Whatever little you do that. Why are you in my child's way? Alright, so it's literally same emotion. So Divine Mother said, so again, story, this person was, this again coming back to what the download I was giving you, this person was trying to hex my good health. Literally the word hex was used. So Divine Mother said, don't worry, okay, I will bless those that will bless you, and I will curse those that will curse you. Simple. Chapat for chamat. Like, really, I'm telling you this, it's so simple. I will bless those that will bless you. People will come and help you. People who come and, just a moment, people who come and help you, people who come and, support you, all right, on your journey, people who just do their bit, all right, or if they're just not doing anything to you, that will also be blessed, right? But people who come in your way, who try to curse you, send you this negative energy, say, do all this slander, that's also, in spiritual terms, gossiping about someone, creating negative stories about someone is treated by Divine, it's treated equivalent to witchcraft. Kala Jadu. It is literally equivalent to witchcraft. So your karma for doing all that gossip and spreading misinformation about anyone, especially a chosen one, is going to be treated as karma, as black magic, as witchcraft. Just understand this, and if you think you're not clear on this, just write it down and just read it 5 times. You'll get it eventually. Just note that down, my karmics. Those who are here who find things very funny. I know for a fact now they have stopped finding things funny because all those predictions that I've made are coming true. I know that they are all coming true. So just know that this is Divine Mother's message, and you can look at her like Kali, Durga, Mata Parvati, whoever is the most powerful feminine energy in your life, who's blessing you, whoever you want to see it, Ma Adi Shakti, alright, Mata Sita, right? Whoever you see as the most powerful feminine entity, as Divine Mother, is right now telling you, my collective, that I will bless you. I will bless those that will bless you, and I will curse those that will curse you. That's the answer. It's just, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to do anything special. Just do your own thing. Everything will be okay. And I've told you this, and I'm going to repeat that at the cost of repeating myself. Just understand this. If you feel a little tired this week, it's going to get progressively better by the end of this week. And today was like Wednesday, right? It's a Thursday, Friday, 2 more days to go. Then you'll have the weekend to like sleep it off and everything. But until then, it's getting better. So just eat well and sleep well, okay? And do some self-care things. Take extra baths, do your hair, wear the clothes that you love the most and all of that, okay? I also got number 33 multiple times today. 133, 1222, but especially 33, 33, 33, 33 at like a million places, and that's because 33 is when Divine wants to tell you, it's like literally our Hindu Devi Devtas, which are like 33 crore Hindu Devi Devtas, when they want to come and bless you and tell you that they love you, that everything you're doing a splendid job, you're doing a swell job, and like wonderful, keep going. That's when they come. And if you're feeling like, oh my god, like I said, like this person is trying to hex me, mother, like what am I supposed to do? Don't worry about her. She's like literally right there. So they, basically they come in when they send in these numbers by telling you like, we're right here, we're present right here. Bheja do isko. Like let this person just send whatever they want to send, and I will send it back in a bigger package, 100 times bigger package, and send it back to them. Right? Just don't be, I'm not in the energy of like alchemizing anymore now. I haven't done alchemizing now. I would like send things back. I said this in my last year also. I've already decided I will not accept any negative energy. Whatever is thrown at me will go back to the sender, and I will only amplify it, multiply it by 100. So just be, whatever you send me, be absolutely 100% ready. And then don't complain to God, or don't cry out loud that, I don't know why this is happening to me. Do not be doing that. Understand, remember, and take accountability that you send this energy to me or to any of my chosen brothers and sisters. I am taking this responsibility on their behalf as well. Just like Ian did, one of my soul brothers. I literally said the same thing. I'm going to I will send it back for you. I will send it back for you. Okay, so my collective, my chosen brothers and sisters, and my beautiful collective. Alright, I hope this message was hopeful to you. Sorry, yes. Oh my god, why did I say hopeful, Because hope was another, what is that? Nadia. This word was given to me today, and it is a Russian word, right? See, I said hopeful. I want to say, I hope this was helpful to you. I want to say that, but I said hopeful. So remain hopeful, and I'll tell you, I never say anything by fluke, okay? Wait. I'll tell you, I think it was the word Nadia that was given to me today, which is a Russian word which means hope, I think. Hang on, is it that same thing that came in? So I think I must have been missing this message, and Divine literally just used me to give this message to you. I was missing it. I'm sorry, Divine, and thank you so much for covering it. Nadia, yeah. Right, Nadia means hope. Nadia, and this was given to me today. And I used to think like, from how it sounds, I thought this was like it must be in Urdu, in Pashto or something. But no, Nadia is literally in Russian. Quite, it just sounds like a very, a Muslim origin name, right? Must have origins in Urdu or, in Arabi or in Pashto or like. But no, it's Russian. Nadia is a feminine name of Russian origin, meaning hope. Okay, and then there's like Baba. It like iska jo origin is from like Proto-Slavic roots. Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on. See, they're like too late negativity. Too late. No point. I've given my download already. Okay, so for a name that encourages baby to always say optimistic, this name is okay. So basically, it's like it means hopeful. So it's just where it means like you should remain optimistic about your journey, whatever is happening. Just know that you're protected. 33 crore Devi Devtas are around you, protecting you, guiding you. So just be fearless as ever, and do not be taking any worries, any bullshit, anyone's bullshit. Alright, I think I've covered everything that came in between these 2 days, and I'm sure if there are more, I'll be given. I did not write down Nadia, but Divine just literally just said that. So I've covered Nadia also now. So my beautiful collective, now I'll try to wrap it up. It's over an hour, so okay, tradition is about an hour now, minimum. So okay, so have fun, my collective. Okay, enjoy, take care of your health, eat well. Please do not be missing your meals. Okay, don't be saying it's too hot, I don't want to eat. Don't be doing that. Okay, eat, अच्छे से खाओ, have wonderful sleep, take care of yourself. Like I said, just take spiritual baths, just take an extra one. That's it. Just ward this off, and do not give consent to any negative energy to enter your aura. That's your job right now. Whatever, no matter what the enemy does, I've given you this entire biblical story. No matter what the enemy does, You are made for a greatness and you will get there. Alright? And these people will be used as tools, and everything, like from the start to finish, will exactly be how Divine has already planned it. Alright? So just have fun, do not be worried, and eat well, sleep well. Alright? Have fun. And I'll see you very, very, very soon. I promise that. Alright? Okay. Ciao. Bye.